Hi you guys, so today is Sunday, May 29th. I have taken some of my gardenia flowers. I've put them in water to rinse off any bugs, and now I'm letting them just dry in the sun. But I wanted to do another trip through my beginner garden. So here is my neem tree, and as you can see, it has really grown. I've also moved it out here with the rest of the herbs because in my previous video, I said that we are working on building up a backyard container garden. We had a lot of work to do. We had a whole bunch of ivy over here that was created by a neighbor. And we had to come in and we had to rip, pull, and clear out all that ivy. We did it on a cutting bleed day. And so far it is continuing not to be in here. There are still some little itty bitty pieces. We have another chance to do a cut and bleed day coming up in a couple weeks in June, and we're going to come back out here and do some more damage to this stuff. Again, we're trying to clear this area so that we can put in huge containers to continue to develop our container garden. So that's what's going on with that. Oh, I wanted to show you too that, while I'm doing this, I can show you see all of these things right here? The vines. We're still continuing to pull these up. As you can see, there's baby ones. We're going to have to handle that as well. But this tree, and it is a super big tree, was covered, as you can see, completely covered in ivy. Now, we didn't think this tree was on our property, but we did find our property line, and guess what? It is our tree. So we came in and we went all the way around the base of the tree and cleared out all of the ivy that was growing at the base. And you know, as I'm talking, I'm picking this up because let me tell you how this little booger is. It will, if you accidentally drop a vine somewhere, it will just stick its roots in the ground right there and create another one. This is one of the worst things that you could have happen to your yard. I know people do it because there's places where you don't want grass growing, so you put this on here. But if you are not going to be responsible for making sure that you tame it, this is the type of stuff that happens. Now, this is not our property. However, we did try to go in and cut back and kill some of their ivy because it's going to encroach onto our property eventually. As I said before, this yard behind us was completely full. So the good news is we cleared out as much as we can. Now we're having like different things growing, but we're going to continue to clear out again and clear out again. The people whose yard started this all, they actually, after 2 days of us working out here, I guess they hired somebody to come out here and they cut back as much of the ivy as they could in their yard. So you can see it looks a whole lot better. But back to this tree. So this tree was completely covered with ivy. This was all green back on Mother's Day weekend. So what my husband and I did is we went and got some bush axes from our neighbor because he has everything that you can imagine. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. It's the hawk. Ever since we've cleaned this area out, he sits up there because he can then come down and eat. He can see everything. Look at him. I'm not a good photographer, but you can see him. Ooh, he's looking at us. Hey, hawk. Okay. Back down to the ground. We see him. He has a hunting ground between my neighbor's house and mine. Okay, so this is an up close of the ivy. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on in my throat, but it is dying. So you can see right here, all of this is dying, but look how thick these vines are. We had to literally get in here with an axe and we had to cut from this part all the way up to this part so that this thing could not reconnect and continue to grow. If I go all around this tree, and watch me because I'm always looking for spiders and snakes, you can see that we've gone through the entire tree. Look at how this stuff is dying. So hopefully we have saved this tree and it will continue to prosper. Now I will say the good news is there are signs of some growing. Up top it's okay. As you can see, there's plenty of branches, so we'll see what happens. But we cleared out quite a bit of area. We even went further back, and I'm sorry, okay, I just tripped. I'm telling you, these ivy vines are ridiculous. They're hard to get out the ground. They're thick. It's ridiculous. So this was a wood pile that the previous owners put back here. It has been years, because look at how this wood is petrified, and I can come out here with an axe. I can cut all this, which we're gonna just let it continue to do this now that we've gotten the ivy off of it, because this makes some really good soil, rich nutrient soil. But look, so we clear all the way back up to there. Now on the next bleed day, excuse me, we are going to come back out here again, and we are going to take that ride lawnmower and go up in here. We first have to go through and get as many big sticks as we can. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I know, look at this. You know it's some snakes and something else in there. You should see how cautious we have to be going through here. But anyway, so see, this tree has ivy, so I'm gonna have to go in here. Actually, this tree is dead. We're gonna cut that down. Look at that. There is nothing growing but ivy on there. And just keep cutting back and fighting back all of this stuff. We had a couple trees removed. So now I'm going to take you back to the garden, which is what I was supposed to be doing in the first place. So here we go. Okay, I'm back. So here is my German chamomile. Look at it. They were babies when I started. It's doing really good. So what I had to do is I had 3 in here originally, and I told you guys I was probably going to have to separate them. I did actually take this one and separate it, and it hasn't bloomed yet. It's getting close to the time that it should. So I read online that I need to give it more sun. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting it in an area that gets more sun. My lemon balm is popping. I've cut it a couple times, and it continues to thrive. Like, I could come out here right now and cut it some more. I've dried some lemon balm. Okay, take 2. And my video cut off. Okay, I am making a lemon balm tincture. So you can take, with tinctures, it's like an herbal medicine. You have to go very easy on it. You don't take about a teaspoon. You have to take about a dropperfuls. But the medicinal purposes of lemon balm is very calming. It's good for digestion. It's part of the mint family. Oh, I love to take lemon balm and mint and put it in to some hot water and infuse it and drink that. It is so good and calming and good for your digestion. Moving on. So here is our table, our raised flower bed. And I thought that I put calendula in here. I think there's still calendula in here. I'm gonna go a little closer. Just gonna zoom in. Maybe not. Okay. Shame on my phone. Guess I don't know how to work the camera. But there are some. I'm sorry, this is so grainy. You're not gonna focus in, are you? No, it's not. But there are some new plants happening. Here is my peppermint. When I first started, it was all kind of looking like this. It is spreading. It was all in one spot. It's doing really good. It looks nice and healthy and happy. Can't wait for this peppermint. I've actually started to cut my garden mint and dry it to make teas. I drink tea from this now as it is. Love putting this in my drinks. There's some spots that I'm gonna have to take care of. I'm still learning a lot about garden mint. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it does really good and sometimes it doesn't. So bear with me. Here's my basil. It is actually growing taller. I'm gonna show you. So it's getting there. And my green onions. Oh, I don't know. I'm not doing anything with these. They're still growing though. They seem to be happy. And back over here, cilantro, another thing. I have it, but I'm not doing anything with it. It's flowering. Don't think that's a good thing. Here's my young rosemary. It's actually getting taller. It's doing really good too. And here is the older rosemary that somebody gave me. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but I talked about how it was a woody stalk That's all the plant was, and it didn't look healthy. And so I started cutting back on it. And I want you to see, I cut this. This is one of the original ones that I've cut back. Now, do you see these two new green new growth? So it's doing good. Same thing with this one. I cut it down. You can see where I cut it right here. And it's growing some new growth as well. So the trick is to cut it. That's what I did. All right, so it's doing good. I actually have a rosemary tincture developing now, and I am making rosemary infused oil to put in some of our products as well. Okay, so I just realized I told you guys that this was calendula. This was actually my plantain I put in there. Okay, back over here now. This is my calendula. And as you can see, it's doing good. We upgraded our squirrel-proof cage, so you see that, right? By the way, I was on Facebook maybe, and there was this group that I'm in. I think it was Dollar Tree Ideas or something. But they were showing how you can take a wire wastebasket from Dollar Tree and use it as a cage. So of course, you know, I went running up to Dollar Tree, and guess what? My Dollar Trees did not have it. So I'm going to continue to look. But here's my lavender. I've already cut off all of the pieces that were flowering. So it's already produced some. You know, you get it right when it goes to seeding. And then check this out. Now, from my old video, my lemon balm was looking like this. Okay, nothing but the old brown roots. My lemon balm is popping. Why do I keep saying lemon balm? Because that's not what it is. It's lemongrass. I apologize. I'm so hurt by this, but this is, may she rest in peace. This was my plantain plant I ordered when I had this one. This one is doing really, really good, as you can see. It's going to be months before I can start taking her leaves and get all of her properties, but I already have some plantain infused oil cooking up now. I'm going to pray for this one, and I'm going to do more research. Y'all, let's pray that she comes back. Okay, and then my neem tree. My neem tree, look at this bad boy. It's doing good. I know I said too, I'm going to do research because there are some inner, like, I don't know, branches or something back here, which is, they're all new growth. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to go in and cut some of that because it's crowding out the middle. And I know from research about other trees that you really shouldn't have a whole lot of inner branches. So I'm going to go in and do some research. But look at this baby. Look at this baby. She's doing so good. I guess I need to have a he. I'm going to say he. He is doing so good. And I'm excited because I'm going to take it in the house when it gets too cold for it and let it grow in my front room over the winter time. If it's going to grow, it should. And then I am going to bring it back out next spring after the frost has gone. Okay, so back to my gardenias. Look at how beautiful that is. They're drying. They're almost ready for me to take inside. Now I'm gonna do some gardenia infused oil. I'm doing more research about gardenias, but they do have some benefits to the skin. So I'm going to take them in and I'm going to let them dry on my drying rack, and in about 3 days the moisture should be gone. As you can see too, I want you to see something. Like, you see this part I'm going to take off. I'm actually going to pull the leaves. I think that would be better because the green parts still are going to have a lot of juice. It's going to take longer for them to dry out, but they're going to still maintain, I don't know if you call it the stem or what, but they're still going to maintain moisture, and I don't want that in my oil. So I'm actually going to pull the flower petals off. And then this part right here too stays juicy. So yeah, oh, there's a bug crawling. That is another reason why I am letting them sit out here. So we had a couple trees cut down recently, and I have a project that I want to do with these, but we have to get the right tool. So what I've done is I've just created my own little tree trunk mountain, and I can put stuff on there when I need to. Okay, so this is my beginner's garden. This is part 3. I will update you guys very soon. It's going to be summertime, so I could be more active out here, but that's what's going on. And don't forget, pray for my plantain. Pray that she can come back some kind of way. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey that I've taken you on looking at my beginner garden. I am really enjoying this process. I love being in nature. I love my yard, and I love just working in the garden. I can't wait till summertime because then I'll have more time to do it. But I'm so happy with the progress. Please pray for the plantain, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Do y'all see that background? Look at that sky. Oh my goodness. God is good. Yes, He is. All right. This is Tracy with Terra Physique Essentials. See you next time.